Welcome to episode 5 of Everything Under the Sun. We are back. It's good to be back here on Juneteenth. Definitely. We got a shout out. We are doing the 5th episode, sponsored by Truth Resto Lounge, here in Rochester, New York. I'm gonna run down all their things. So, Truth Resto Lounge is at 1443 East Main Street here in Rochester, New York. I'm gonna shout out their handles real quick. So the website www.truthrock, that's truthroc.com. IG is truth_rock. And Facebook is truth_rock. You can reach them at 585-880-9462. We are shooting from Truth Resto Lounge right now. This place is immaculate.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
It feels very regal, like it feels very me-ish.
We in the VIP area.
Yeah, we in the VIP area. Only because you here with us.
I was just about to say, I get y'all all access, baby.
Exactly.
VIP.
So,
I'm not
going to mess up this time, so I'm going to start with the intros. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm gonna start at the other end because I missed Bear last week.
Yeah, you did.
My bad, Bear. I apologize.
He was excited. It's okay. He was excited.
That will never happen again because he threatened my life.
So
right. We
That's
got
all that money you do.
We got Mr. Lotto Pockets Bear down there. Of course, he bro. Like honestly, you like a living legend, dog.
I don't see how. I'm still working,
bro.
So
but you took.
I'm still working.
You held every artist, every celebrity down that ever came to the town.
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
For the most part, I've worked with some everybody.
And the only issues we had was when y'all stole Cardi B purse.
Yeah. So sitting next to me is my man B Gibson. We move on from that. I talked about that. I'd have talked about that way too much.
That's the only incident you got under Phil
Only
Safety.
black knots. Only black.
So we know who did it, right? Yeah. Anyways.
There's speculation. But me and Cardi good. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
me
we
and Cardi
good.
good.
She good.
We
All
good.
right, I guess. But we got B Gibson back in the building. B
Making
back.
my glorious return. You had to come back, man, because the Temptations are nothing without David Ruffin. So I had to make my glorious return.
So okay. Again, of course, Brandon was out of town on business, so he say.
Saving the world.
Bear and I just want to make sure you wasn't having another Baby D situation where you was running from that big girl, and now you
stay with a big girl chasing him.
You know what I'm saying? We just want to let you know we just gonna hold you down. So just wink, bro. We got you.
I'm giving you the blinks. What are you talking about, blinks? Four blinks mean what the fuck are you talking about?
No, B had some business to take care of out of town, but he back. We missed him. Glad to have you back, bro.
Absolutely.
But I miss me too. I miss me too, bro.
I know. Yeah, see.
Absolutely.
And then of course we got
replace him every week for real. Please.
I always shout out. We got the beautiful, right? But we got Rocky B, and you got a lot of followers out there that is kind of putting their own word on what that B stands for right now.
Rockets.
Okay.
Because like people are just a lot of your men followers out there that's putting their own spin on what that B stand for.
Okay, so
because
what do you think
what
do you think the B stands for?
I mean, it's some people mad at you out there.
Yeah.
Who was mad at me?
The people you just had a big old billboard of one of your posts pulled up on you at an event.
Oh my God. So I went to a day party. Shout out to James George. And, I got the VIP section. The bottle girls, usually, they bring out the bottle and they have signs, and one of the signs was one of my stats that I posted, and I didn't notice it. You know how they have like that whole like voice was like, and at this moment she knew she fucked up, right? So like, at that moment I was like, oh shit, that's my stat. And it was just like, but I really feel as if, and a lot of women are agreeing with me. See, people be like, oh, Rocky B, the B is for bashing, right? Because I'm apparently the man basher. But like, I really say things that I feel a lot of women think, but they don't want to say because they don't want to be perceived a certain way. And I don't give a fuck how I'm perceived because I really set myself up in life where I feel I can say what the fuck I want. So I say what women think, but they don't want to say. And so that's why I get a lot of responses and a lot of engagement. I think that's what pisses men off is the engagement. It's not what I say, because I say everything everybody else says. Like there's 100 stats that are similar to what I post. It's just that when I say it, women are like, That's how it should be said. And it gets engagement, and men hate that because what? The girl you fucking with probably screenshot it, send it to you like, yep, this is what I mean. And then, oh, fuck Rocky. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what it is.
Breaking up happy homes all over Rochester.
It's the engagement. But the stat said, I got more from a man when I treated him like shit. Stay difficult, ladies. That was a stat. Okay.
So stay toxic.
Not stay toxic. Stay difficult. Like, don't immediately let your guard down when it comes to men.
No, that's toxic though, Laura.
No,
you're telling them you're gonna get more from this dude if you put him through shit.
But you are, because the moment
that's toxic.
Okay, hold on. The moment that you let your guard down, right, and you start like showing a man that you really care about him, he starts to get complacent, right? And that's just people in general. They start to get complacent. They stop doing the things that they had to do to get you, right? And now you're struggling to get that person back that you had in the beginning when you could have just kept it cool. Right? Yeah. And just stay not difficult as in fuck you, nigga. That's toxic. Difficult is very demure. I'm very demure.
I'm glad you explained it.
Okay, that's cute. What else you got? That's what I meant. Okay. So and it's true.
You notice we being real careful with what we say. We being real careful with our responses.
It's really not.
We gotta shut the hell up over here.
We gotta be real careful.
No, that's really not.
So you just like, okay, so y'all the chase. So you guys don't like the chase?
Let me tell you something about the chase and the narrative of the chase and all these things about the chase. If I get you and I don't do things that I took to get you, it's not because you stopped me being difficult. It's because I didn't really want you like that. So, like, if I'm in a situation to where no.
So it was love bombing, which is toxic.
Listen, let me tell you something though. I'm just telling you this. Like, as men, that's really not how we think. Because as we talk, you've never heard a man sit up and say, "Man, she treat me so bad, it just make me want her more." It don't make sense.
It does make sense.
No. I'm telling you,
if he wants you.
Again, but that's if he wants you. If he gets you, it's either one or two things. I don't want you like that, or I thought it was going to be like that, and I got it, and it's not what I thought it would be. Oof. It's just like when you ask your mama for that toy in September for Christmas, and you want it, and you want it, and you want it, and then you unwrap it, and you realize this toy is the same piece of shit as these other toys I got. I'm straight. Let me look for the next toy. So it's not always this situation I'm just gonna stop until she treats me so good, I'm gonna treat her bad. That don't even make sense. Think about it.
That's women, bro. It's women.
Okay, but women, have you ever seen something that makes y'all not supposed to understand girl math. Y'all don't understand girl math. Yeah, girl math is different, right? Girl math is I'm gonna keep being a little difficult
subtract
and
to get more.
Himself, subtract to get more. Subtract to get more. And men do it too.
So what if the dude that you like, you subtract to get more, and then he be like, nah.
Women like the man that treats them like shit. You always hear the good guys get treated like shit, right?
Right.
The good guys get treated like shit. That's a narrative. But the bad guys get everything. That's just I don't know if that's human nature. I don't know if that's trauma. I don't know what it is.
No, you know what
but
that
we
is?
like people that give us a hard time.
We've had this conversation several times, on and off camera. No, the thing is, it's just that I think when people say, oh, he's a good guy or she's a good woman, it's all subjective. What's good to me may be terrible to Mo. And I say that to say, like, the bad guy, she just likes him. And we have lost track of people just liking people. As soon as somebody say, Rocky, you should go with this guy. He's a good guy. What they say, he got a good job. He don't go to jail. They never list, damn, is he going to get on my nerves? Yeah. Are we going to get along? All we think about is what's good, and we forgot that what's good is subjective. I can't come in your kitchen and cook food when it tastes good for your family because it's subjective to you. That's really how it works.
So what I'm hearing here is...
Oh, and this is Mo, by the way, guys.
Oh, I'm
yeah, no, Mo.
So what I'm hearing here is the when you give people, when you pull back, take away to get more, it creates the challenge of I'm gonna break him to be what I need him to be, or I'm gonna break her because the bad guy gets everything, right? You just said. So when the bad guy's being bad, when the bad guy's being bad and is making her want him even more, it's like I'm creating this challenge by being bad. It's a challenge for her to break me out of this bad shit so I can be what she want me to be. And the same thing for women. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's a challenge. We all like a little bit of a challenge. If it's too easy,
challenge,
then it's like a red. If it's too easy, like we're so backwards and so fucked up as a society. If it's too easy, then something's wrong. It's a red flag, right? Like oh my God, you can't. A person just can't be genuinely interested in someone and genuinely considerate because now there's something wrong with them.
And that's how you lose
But if
good
it's
people.
that's how you lose good people.
That's how you lose a good person because I know if you got a challenge at first, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't want it easy. But if after we've already overcome that, you try to pull back like just for the sake of pulling back, I'm gonna be good.
Especially, there
I'm
you
gonna
go.
be good.
You gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. Barry gonna be good. It's the type of dude that you dealing with, though.
The premium bum,
because some
he's
of us
gonna come back and come back.
Some
from
of
the
us gonna be like, nah, we good. You know what I'm saying? I'm going on
You
that.
know what?
You gonna end up losing the dude that you.
One thing, my issue has always been, Rocky mentioned love bombing. Now, being the Capricorn that I am, my initial interest is extreme when I meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if I don't get that extreme interest back, I lose interest. Now, fair enough, obviously, the woman's being more diligent, more intelligent, like, whoa, calm down, chill. I'm ready to jump on in. If she replied to my text, here go my social security number, keys to the crib.
He going to buy that $5,000 purse.
$5,000 Birkin, baby, I got you, whatever. But see, that's always, but I never learned how to court.
Yeah.
I never learned how to date someone.
Yeah.
I just thought that I'm stepping in, I'm making my presence known, however I need to make it known.
You skipping the line.
Exactly. Trying to skip ahead of the line. Exactly. So, but see now when the term love bombing came about, it's toxic. It's a red flag. But I'm like, I really like you. And I'm trying to show you I really like you.
Take your time.
Yeah. But see, then my ego comes into play and it was this one particular female that I was extremely interested in. I love bombed, whatever you want to call it. When she made me pause.
You tricked.
Yeah, trick. Now, I didn't get a chance to trick. I didn't get a chance to trick. But when she made me pause, I was like, who are you to make me pause, make me wait? You bugging. You know, I'm a good dude, whatever. But all she was saying was like, yo, let's date. Let's figure it out. Let's see what our likes and dislikes are. And I wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for it. And it was common sense.
Yeah.
It was common sense. And I think, like Rocky said, as a society, our thinking is so backwards because now I kind of like a little toxic. I like that. I like that energy. I like a little.
Y'all trying to say my stats make sense.
Yeah,
I ain't say shit.
Listen, I can't lie.
No one ever said just stats don't make sense.
No,
But it's funny to hear Bear say that because a lot of times you hear women go into situations at 100, men going at 0, right? And then women start going down, right? So we come in immediately like emotion, I love you. We come in strong.
After the third date, I
men
love
come
you.
in very logical. So they start at 0 and they work their way up to see like how are you worth it, right? And then what happens sometimes is that while the man is going up, the woman is exhausted, so she's coming down. And now she's done. She's like,
Put this shit in the book.
I depleted myself. Like I gave you everything, and now you're starting to show me more, but I'm already
Too late.
I crashed out. I'm done, right? And that's what happens. If y'all could just come to a nice little medium, boom, that's where chemistry, compatibility, everything just sinks, right? But if the woman, and as women, we need to try to come in at 50. I know we can't come in at 0 because we love hard, but if you come in at 50 and then work your way up instead of just coming at 100, I think it'll be more successful relationships because then we'll stop calling men narcissists. Right? Because at the end of the day, he probably isn't a narcissist. He told you, I don't want nothing, right? Calm down, shorty. But you're like, no, I love you.
I'm going to take that to, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm going to take that to a Hove quote. Because if a lot of people listen to Jay-Z, you won't have these problems.
What's the quote?
The boy said, take your time when you're liking the guy, because if he sense that your feelings are too intense, it's pimp or die.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Stay difficult, ladies.
And no, to be honest, bro, like I really think it's a thing of these have been trauma-based interactions. Like, for example,
Yeah, mine definitely trauma based.
so many people are used to mistreatment that when somebody comes full on, they feel like, oh, this is my lifetime achievement award for all the bullshit I've been through. So I deserve this. So this is this immediate soft girl era. Oh man, this is where I need to be. and not realizing when someone overloves you in the beginning, you have to think if someone's emotions, because they work both ways. If things go bad, those emotions are going to go all the way that other way.
All the way bad.
And they don't see that when it's going through, like, oh, he just loves me so bad. He calls me 48 times a day. He doesn't let me breathe without this and that. I'm never hungry. My kids are never hungry. And I'm thinking like, okay.
Yeah.
It goes south.
6 months later, he's making stats. Ladies, watch the red flags. If you want you to boss up some chicken.
That's love bombing, though.
So
that's
love
exactly
bombing,
what
love bombing is due to explode.
Right.
That's the point. It's due to explode.
Yeah, it's a bomb.
But see, and that's where I try to draw a line between the love bombing
This love bomber
and
right
showing
here.
extreme amount of
Love
attention.
bomber bear.
Because I'm not gonna be at your door at 3:00 in the morning. Who Timberlands is these?
Talk about the Timbs
You
at
ain't
the
got no
door.
Yukon. Who driving a Yukon? Like that's not me either. But
Yeah.
You know, outside singing One Wish in the Rain.
one wish.
Y'all never been stalked?
so
like a
talking
girl
about
never
the-
stalked?
Yes, I've been stalked.
Oh, yeah.
You've been stalked.
Yeah, I've been stalked. I've been stalked. I've been Facebook stalked. I've been real life stalked. Like, you be somewhere out of town and then you get a random photo of what you're doing out of town
Yeah,
from
that's
a text
weird.
now number.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, so you out here with bitches.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Did you think I came out of town with my homeboy? What do you think happens out
Yeah,
of town?
buddy.
Oh my god.
I mean, shit, you can imagine, like,
Rock,
Yeah, man.
Rock, you ever had a stalker before?
A stalker? I don't know. No, I had somebody pop up at my house one time. That's a stalker.
I don't know if that's a stalker. That's
Yeah,
just
I don't
just
think
crazy.
so.
it's one time.
Boundaries.
I don't think I've had stalkers. I don't.
That's unhealthy
I don't
boundaries.
know. I
Those things I
don't
don't
know.
allow.
I don't think so. Like, there's one guy that would
violation.
just show up everywhere I was. But
That's a
when
stalker.
but when you're in a,
Yeah,
when you're an
man.
entertainer, you on a flyer, like, and you're at parties, like, people gonna come, so you're not expecting somebody to, like, literally be stalking you. They just show up to the party. I never had a
Was it
stalker.
like Stanley?
I don't have stalker pussy. I think I have like bitch fuck you pussy blocked. I have blocked pussy. I don't have like stalker pussy.
Blocked.
There's no
I
such
get
thing.
blocked regularly.
Yo, bro, there's no such thing as stalker pussy, right? I'm gonna
wait,
tell
wait.
you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Hold
Okay,
on.
explain
I'm
that.
gonna tell you why. There's no such thing as stalker pussy. Because men that stalk women over pussy, they're still stalking the woman. You just happen to have pussy.
No.
That's serious.
Sheesh.
He just
This
stalking you because there's other pussy available.
That's that.
But it's attached to you. It's like when dudes do things like they'll say, I'm not taking care of my kid if I can't fuck my baby mama.
It's the oof.
You see what I'm saying?
It's
the same thing.
it's the challenge that she's created by pushing away from you.
Y'all
No,
keep proving
you know
my
what it is,
stats.
bro? No. What it is?
Yeah,
is that-
we do sound toxic.
And the guy man told me this. The guy man, he told me this though. Like
sound
man, I didn't
toxic.
understand it. And he said, you don't understand when a deadbeat because you're not woman. But he said, you have to realize men can do that because when you get the woman, you chose the woman. You didn't choose the baby. You got to know that woman. You got to like that woman. All that. The baby came. You had to like the baby because you made it.
Yeah.
So it's easy, man, for a lot of dudes to say, if I can't have the woman, I don't want the baby because the byproduct of the woman is the baby, not the other way around. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's cats out there that actually, honestly, truly believe and think like that too.
That's most of them, to be
Yeah,
honest.
if I can't have
That's
her,
a lot
I
of
don't
these
want
baby
nothing.
dads.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
That's crazy though. How
I
could
can't
you-
get no ass. He can't get no milk. Like they truly believe
crazy.
that.
That's a whole other level of pettiness, bro. That the
but that's
kid
how it
look
be,
like
man.
you. How could you not? That's crazy.
Maybe they don't like how they look.
That's dude always going there. You just talked about it, dude. How do you think like that, B?
The whole time you sitting watching the baby, she out partying, you were watching her stories,
Right.
holding the baby. Look at this shit.
Right.
Look at this. My mind party
Oh,
down here, this
God.
little fat motherfucker. So,
So all right, let's jump. So today is Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Shout out
We're
Juneteenth.
gonna celebrate that for sure, 100%.
Definitely.
Actually, they're doing a Juneteenth celebration right here at Truth Resto Lounge today, a day event.
Yeah, on the beat.
But Juneteenth is it finally became a national holiday. Was it last year or a year before last
I
year?
think it was
Like 2 years ago, something like that.
I
years
want to
ago.
say the year before.
So on this day in 1865, slaves got their freedom. Right? You got their freedom. I got
No, that's not the story.
okay.
I was about to say,
The story is the slaves are. I don't exactly. I can't pinpoint. I'm not doing no chronological shit like you've been doing 1865 and shit. But the story is,
you don't know 1865.
slaves were already free, I believe, on the East Coast, right? And the news didn't get to. I think it was Texas. The news didn't get in the South. The news didn't get to the South till June 19th. I think the slaves were free before that.
That's way deeper than I just what you're talking about.
Yeah.
From what I gather, I'm not really up on it chronologically, as Rock said, but from what I understand is that the Declaration of Independence was signed in I'm sorry, that's 1776. I'm sorry. June. Yeah, never mind. 100 years.
I think the last group of slaves to find out they were free found out on June 19th. Okay. Yes, and that's why they sell it. I believe that's the story, guys. Oh gosh,
right.
That's what happened. So
let me ask you this:
emancipation.
Because in the Virgin Islands, the slaves were free like 17 years before Juneteenth.
So y'all was over there already.
We was having a good old time, burning down shit.
If you're a slave, and you get word, you free, you can go. What's the first thing you're doing?
Ooh. First thing I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm probably whooping somebody's ass. Like somebody about to catch his ass.
You gonna get your lick back.
I don't know. It might be anybody around. They might get it. I'm free. Free. That's like telling somebody on the plantation that the purge is real. Like, what? Ain't no repercussions.
You going to whoop
somebody getting fucked up.
Real shit though, man. But I wonder, man, how that went though, man. Like they was on the field. Somebody was like, y'all free now, man. Y'all can go home.
Yeah, what they going? So the story is a lot of them stayed because they didn't know what
that's
to do.
all they knew.
They had nothing. That's all they knew.
Mm-hmm.
So do make sense though.
So what? So B, what you doing? What's the first thing you doing? You're free man.
We going to get a book.
I'm looking at it like this.
You gonna go learn to read.
It's about 500 of us in this field, and there's about 60 of y'all in the house. We about to beat y'all ass in there.
Y'all gonna take over that house?
That's my house.
You're not just gonna tell me, all right, man, you free, go home.
I done did the laundry. I done cooked around this motherfucker. I done did the yard. That's our shit now.
Yeah.
So you know how like man in the movies,
you know
man, like when the good parts start.
Yeah.
And like the hero start having flashbacks of all the pain he been through.
Yeah.
That's what happened. All them whoopings, all them lashings, all that. Nah, we going to here, man.
You know what just popped in my head?
What?
You know, everybody in the house and the slaves there, you know how many of them women been looking at them men all that time and now they free? Now they can just go and indulge in whatever they want to do.
I'm pretty sure it's some.
That's wild though to think about. Because some of them dudes going. Here she go. I'm sorry. Here she go.
What is it? Language?
Rocky, what you would have did?
Language?
You were definitely going
physical. It's more like this. They announced the slaves free. Most said, "Oh, we fucking, we fucking."
Well, don't put that on me. Do not put that on me.
But he right though, man. Bear right though.
No, see, he not right.
If we have our own homes and all this stuff,
I didn't tell you what I'm doing. I didn't tell you what I'm doing. I ain't get to me yet. Rocky, what you doing? You free, Rocky. Golly.
She gonna bust a
What you doing? What you doing first, Rock?
I'm throwing a party.
You throwing a party?
You throwing a party?
She owns a party.
Live from Club Plantation. This right.
Listen.
Nah, I'm getting back
I got
on
a question about Juneteenth though. I got a question.
Wait, let me tell you what I'm doing first.
Okay,
I'm following Bear. I'm going to whip his ass. I gotta get that back. You done lashed me. I'm gonna get all that back.
Especially if it's a proclamation going on, is recognized by the entire world or whatever.
Right.
But to switch gears, I got a question, and I'm gonna pose to all three of you.
All right.
Do you think we as a people, and let's just keep it local. Right. Do we as a people, especially locally, do we do enough to celebrate June?
Not yet.
And recognize
I don't
Juneteenth?
think yet. I think it's coming.
Well, see, here's the reason I say that is because my company does a lot of festivals and events throughout the summer. Mm-hmm. And one of the events that we do is the African American Festival that's held on South Avenue every year. Mm-hmm. I know, shout out to Sonya Kittles. I'm pronouncing the name wrong. Please forgive me, blame my brain and not my heart. But I do think, although she gets a good turnout and everything, it could be better. Mm-hmm. Right. And I noticed earlier this year, there was like some kind of like an African American economic thing that was going on downtown as well. And like everybody said, the turnout could have been a little better. One of the complaints that I hear in regards to that is that when we do come together with these type of events, so much time is spent on the past, recognizing the past, educating about the past and whatnot, that enough isn't done about celebrating. For example, one of the biggest events that the city does, St. Patrick's Day. You know, St. Patrick's Day parade. You see, it's flooded. It's crazy. All over the city is crazy, right? Now, with St. Patrick's Day, from what this is just me speaking personally. St. Patrick's Day, they celebrate, they party, they drink. It doesn't matter your race, color, creed. You know, even though it's an Irish celebration, they don't care. They drinking, whatever. We take the Puerto Rican festival. Puerto Rican festival that we do annually. It's a good time in Rochester.
I think those events got identities though.
St.
Patrick's Day drink.
And that's when I'm not trying to relegate and downgrade our history. What I'm saying though is that one of the complaints I was reading continuously on social media is that we should come together and party. Like we want to celebrate, then let's really celebrate.
Right.
You know, like, you know, a lot of these festivals you'll go to, you'll have dignitaries and politicians and all that stuff. Right. But, you know, some people sometimes say, yo, just throw a huge block party. All these resources that everybody put into individual segments to celebrate, they should come together, throw one huge block party, do it every year. And just everybody have a good time.
Yeah, I think we got to create that identity, though. Like I said, because St. Patrick's Day, everybody know day drinking. Everybody going to be towed up by 3 o'clock. Puerto Rican Day Festival, everybody going to jail. So a lot of people go to jail.
Don't matter color,
no matter what. Hey, you're going to go crazy. You're going to put the flag on your car, even if you African. You're going to put a Puerto Rican flag on your car and drive crazy down the street.
Even CareFest here.
CareFest. But I think once we find that identity, like we said, once we find the identity that we want to associate with, Juneteenth, I think this is going to take off.
I think we already
somebody got started.
But I'm gonna be honest. I think we already have identity. We just don't have the unity, man, to bring it together.
There you go. I agree with that.
If they having a Puerto Rican fest, it's one Puerto Rican fest.
Yeah.
It's one.
Yeah.
They don't care what each other's doing. They don't care what type of organization. It's one.
That's it right there.
One.
I think that's it.
We will have 37 Juneteenth events and then say, man, nobody supported them.
Right.
You gotta have a unified
That's
vision.
why this nigga.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
you gotta
why
have a
he's sitting right
unified
there. He
vision.
always come up with.
He is who he is.
That's why he be.
Why
don't you jump on a council or something and make this shit?
No.
You a big good
Ain't enough money.
You know what I'm saying?
Enough money with it.
But you know what? He'd be frustrated as hell because he'll come up with the perfect idea, and then they'll figure out a way why it ain't the perfect idea.
Yeah, man. Then I pull out, man, some tequila right in the middle of the meeting. Like, y'all ain't gonna miss. Might as well drink.
Take on the mile.
Right.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Right.
I tried with you, Negro.
Right. We so it's Juneteenth today. We're gonna celebrate it today. I'm gonna go do something with my boys, my 2 boys. I'm gonna go, make sure they understand and learn about, what happened and do the whole thing.
Rocky got a blind date with a white dude, so keeping it.
That's how she's gonna celebrate.
That's how she's gonna celebrate.
Yeah, she's gonna keep the mixed babies going on.
Yeah, reparations.
Right. But speaking of partying, just to jump, to another subject, partying. We caught Offset at a club with Stefan Diggs' ex.
Yes,
that's true.
So shit is video.
Allegedly, there's video.
Yeah, we trade him into the light skin man delegation.
So he's just going all the way.
We take Ice Spice and then 3 bags of jelly beans at this point, fam.
That's not the flex he might think it is.
She dope.
He just look.
No. Yeah, like
no, she's bad.
She dope.
She's bad, but it's like
it's the principle of it.
It looks bad.
He's hurt. It looks corny. It looks
desperate.
Like you're
we
hurt,
have levels of
desperate,
good though,
right? And
we have levels of good. I have your $100 million wife that I really like. You have my X-Men prostitute that I clearly don't care about. It's not a fair trade.
It's not a flex.
Like if I'm Cardi, I'm
wife, I don't love her.
Do we know how much Steph liked her or don't like her? Because
what I'm saying is
if he like her, if he really like her, that's still a dig.
See, what I'm saying is this though. You didn't hear about it. You didn't see about it. We see this man openly. Oh, do my wife this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
Now you show up, man, with his ex Instagram bimbo. Like, that's weak.
It is. It's very weak.
That's like if I leave, man, with your BMW and then you show up with my 96 Ford Contour I had.
And that he just scream Offset just scream petty, man. Like
it's
everything he been doing.
It's just giving hurt. It's giving light skin and hurt.
Yeah, that's cool.
We have to trade him, man. We have to trade him.
That's dark skin. That's that seat over there. They losing. Y'all losing over there.
Well, now,
niggas, they wore orange. Ain't tell us.
Keeping it about celebrities.
Hey, no.
What's wild about? I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how true it is or not about what's going on with your boy TP, Tyler Perry.
Oh God,
sued for $250 million.
That come on. That I mean.
Love triangle, whatever it is,
like that's
like,
I'm surprised.
$260 million.
I'm sorry, sexual.
$260 million though. Come on,
yeah,
man. Like come on.
We see. You gotta understand how we all know how it works.
He trying to shoot for a top number. And get what he get.
Yeah, but here's the thing: I come at you with a high number, ridiculously high number.
Right.
We know you're not gonna pay it.
Yeah, wait, you ain't coming
now.
At me
Here's
with
the
that,
thing. No, I'm just saying. Like here's the thing. Now that it's public, I'm gonna start showing bits and pieces of evidence.
Right.
So the more I let out, the more damaging it makes you look. Yeah. So what you gonna do? You gonna peel?
Stop the bleed.
Now let's be honest. Okay, it's not. I don't know if it's widely known or not about his, which is no relevance whatsoever. It's his choice. It's Tyler Perry's sexual orientation. I know that one of the things in the entertainment industry is a open secret. That's what I've heard from people that I work with that know him.
Open secret that his sexual preferences.
He just got caught on the yacht with.
Yeah, I seen that.
His little.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's all. This is alleged. Until he stands in front of someone and says, "I am X, Y, Z, whatever." Right. I respect his privacy. But the thing is, with him and his stance in the public arena, it's going to be talked about.
Yeah,
it's going to be talked about.
Sure.
So, I think. The cat that's suing him, this is my personal opinion, I think the cat that's suing him knows he wants to keep this situation private.
Under wrap, yeah.
Because, with a lawsuit, when it comes public like that, Tyler Perry team already knew about it and refused to pay for it. Like, you're not doing nothing. Do what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So that's why it becomes public. Same situation with Jay-Z's situation when he got wrapped up with Diddy. Like, you full of BS. Prove it. And he couldn't, and they dropped and got dismissed. And then it just got worse than that for Diddy. But for Tyler Perry, like I said, I want to approach this with all due respect, but I think, to me, I don't think it might be as damaging as people may think it may be. It might be definitely embarrassing. Because me personally, how when I watch a Tyler Perry movie or I see Tyler Perry play or something like that, it's strictly for the entertainment value.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I don't care what his
sexual orientation.
Sexual orientation is. And nor should we. But I think that's what's getting played against him now. His secrecy, his privacy, or whatever. So regardless of whatever it may be, I think that's what old boy that's suing him is holding on to his advantage. Because now I'm about to, embarrass you.
Right.
Now I'm about to embarrass you.
Work though for him because I'm really surprised that it has to have him in the Tyler Perry sooner.
Already.
Simply because of his status. Like
exactly.
He's so big now. That's what happens when you get so big.
Right.
But I don't think the shame game works for him simply because unlike these other guys like the Diddy's and others, they've been dependent on corporate sponsorships and whatnot.
Right.
He's literally his own. He's his own entity.
Yeah.
So and on top of that, in the section that he serves, in the demographic he serves, they're not leaving him about this.
They don't care. They're gonna stand by him.
Women, church people, they're not leaving about that. They could care less.
Right.
So I think, man, that's why he was cool with yo, man, go public. I'm gonna win.
Right.
All you gonna show is, man, I'm possibly gay. These people don't care if I'm gay.
Right.
They don't care what I do.
Yeah.
They care that I put out, man, this content that
make people rich,
resonates with them. He serves black people, and that's what they're gonna think.
Yeah,
right.
He's
created. So you're not gonna be able to be him with the shame game.
Millionaires.
He set it up. He set it up to where he don't need nobody. If he did fall like this, so he
owns
truly
BET now, right?
No.
Does he own BET?
No.
Oh,
he
green lights his own films. Like he literally doesn't need it.
He's self-made.
Yeah.
I think the wild thing about it is that they put the sexual assault part in it.
That part.
The sexual assault because
when you go putting your hands on people,
exactly. Nothing that, like I said, I haven't filed the case. I only previewed it. when you throw the sexual assault part in it, but you sue him for $250 million. To me, was a crime actually committed, or
Right.
trying to? Yeah, exactly. Like
Everybody know what he
Hope
doing.
playing the shame game.
He said, "You think I'm doing what you say I'm doing? Then why not contact the authorities? Why are you trying to get money from me?
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
It doesn't
know what it's about.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's crazy to me, but
It's definitely crazy. It's
I mean,
wild.
with Tyler Perry, with his movies, he be picking the fine ass. Good. Okay. Like,
here she go.
I'm sorry, y'all can't piggyback off of this.
Yeah, well,
Listen,
go
y'all
ahead.
understand.
Go ahead, talk
Tyler
to
Perry
King.
know how to pick men for his. Be like, God damn, Tyler, where you find him at? Like,
Mo, 4 blinks.
Right. 4 blinks.
4 blinks.
how be picking some men, boy?
Hey.
Like, whoo.
So Tyler Perry, let me just stand with his topic real quick with the Tyler Perry topic.
It's Pride Month.
He went on.
Shout out to Tyler.
Right, man.
He
That's
went
crazy.
on to the BET Awards and he kind of shouted out the women for holding him down.
Yes.
Right. So, the women in his movies are always being put in these situations where it's crazy.
I said I
right?
got blasted for it. I said that if you a black, be careful about being casted as a black woman
in the
Tyler Perry movie,
Yeah.
because you about to go through it.
But look, he doubled down on it and said, y'all made straw, number one. Y'all gonna do it again for me
Yeah.
with this next project he about to put out. So he is like cashing in on putting black women
He's
on the
supposed to,
screen
though.
in these situations.
He's supposed to though.
But I didn't watch Straw, but I heard it was a little extreme.
I haven't
I
watched
made a
it. Too.
Facebook post about it. I said, if you like Tyler Perry movies, you'll like every Tyler Perry movie. And if
Yeah.
you don't like them, you won't like any of them.
Yeah.
He has a formula that works. McDonald's will never stop selling you the Big Mac because it works. So I don't blame him for ever going to a thing that works. But so like, a woman gonna go through it.
So
Lose your kids, your
some
dog,
of the debates,
your
some of the
house.
debates that I was having online with people, I noticed that the spin was he's profiting off of pain black women,
Yes.
experience to go through.
Right.
I said, is it pain if it's true? Now, what I mean by that, when you say profit, because one somebody I know put up a rebuttal stat saying, well, doesn't 50 Cent and other rappers, people do the same thing?
Right.
And I was thinking, like, I don't know, even with me being I'm a very extreme Tyler Perry critic.
Mm-hmm.
I like Tyler Perry, but I think he could do more and do better.
Mm-hmm.
But that's my personal opinion. But the fact that, like he said at the BT Awards, he don't put on more black
more
actors,
millionaires. That's what I was
made
about to
more
say.
black millionaires than anybody.
So he shut that down by saying that.
The one thing, it's crazy. Tyler Perry, the actual movie product, I could, I might critique, but Tyler Perry, the person, the business mind, whenever I hear him speak publicly and he make those stances, like when he was, I think it was TD Jake's church. When he came, he said, I'm not just going to be up here talking about what I could do and help people. You know what? Matter of fact, I'm about to give you $1 million. Like just, he does done that at schools. When he publicly speaks, he'll donate to charities off the rip, all kinds of stuff. So the man himself, I don't knock. I salute. But like I said, with the movies, I guess the debate comes about how if he's profiting off of a black woman's pain and the things that they go
see, I
through
don't like that
and the
part.
stance that he takes in regards to that. I said, I don't know. My favorite Tyler Perry movies was The Family That Prays. That's my favorite Tyler Perry.
But
That's
you got
my
excuse
favorite
that
movies,
though.
actually.
If you say you don't, he got to stop doing that. If you don't agree with it, you got to excuse it because like he said, he's made more black millionaires than anybody in the industry.
Yeah.
But he has shows too that depict women as strong characters, like All the Queen's Men, Sisters.
True.
He even though some of his movies you go through the struggle, but these are common struggles. Like
That's
the
what I'm
majority of
trying to get
people
to.
are not living elegantly. They're not living in
Right.
luxury. A lot of people
did
are
he make-
struggling.
did he
right
make a
here,
black woman the president?
Right here in our town, like poverty rate is crazy, right? So it's like these are struggles that are more generic and more relatable than, let's say, black famous and rich Africans, right? Like he's depicting the common struggle, whether you're going through it exactly like her, but there's a part in it where you could relate, right? Whether it's like making sure your kids eat, making sure that that man, Christina's gone. Okay, like every woman can relate to that, right? Because it's like, oh, you left me for another woman, right? So it's like he's depicting something that the majority could relate to, but all his
But is it
characters
getting
are
cliche?
not.
Is it getting cliche for Tyler Perry?
I mean, bro, man, I'm gonna say it like this:
It's working. Like
is
Brandon said.
that I'm not gonna dog him for profiting off of black pain when white studios and white directors have profited off of black pain for centuries. All those movies, Roots, 12 Years a Slave, all these movies. In The Color Purple, they've all been profited off our pain, but it became a problem when a black man started profiting off black pain.
That's
Literally.
The only thing, man, the only thing that I've ever took issue with Tyler Perry, I mean, 'cause I don't really care for his films because of other reasons, but I remember when him and the D.L. Hughley man were going back and forth, and he called him a coon for making him Medea, and then Tyler said, "You know what? Medea is a coonish character." But that's the character I use him to get in the door, so now I can tell all these fabulous black stories. And I said, Joe, that's dope, man. Sometimes you got to use him as a Trojan horse to get in.
Yeah.
But then now a new Medea coming out next month.
Right.
So now it's like,
could have put it to bed.
You see what I'm saying? It's like,
He's already here.
bro, you $1 billion up now.
No, but Medea is a
You don't got to use that character
though.
no more. And
he said his mom told him never to stop doing it. He actually is going to do a movie with, or I may be misquoting, he was going to do a movie where Medea died or some of the sort. But his mom told him that don't stop doing it. It brings joy and happiness to people.
Yeah, that was his bread and butter.
So why would you stop doing it?
And a lot of famous black actors have done characters like that. Like,
they say
that doesn't make it right, though. That
You know,
doesn't
it
make
doesn't make it right,
make
but
it
that's
right.
how it's unfortunately that's how black
There's a
Superstars
famous Dave Chappelle story about that.
Yeah.
Where he was
Dave Chappelle said he won't do it.
He said when he was in the movie with Martin.
Yeah.
When he was in the movie with Martin, they wanted him to
Put
on
a
the dress.
Yeah.
Something to do with the dress. And he's like, we said, what about my character has anything to do with wearing the dress? And it was going to be a comedic thing.
Right.
Now we know Eddie Murphy has done it. Martin Lawrence has done it. And a few other, Tyler Perry.
Wayans brothers.
They kind of saying you got to do it in order to get to that.
Yeah, all
level
of
of
it.
status.
Like he said, and I remember Damon Wayans, when I think he was interviewed by Shannon Sharp, he said that he thought it was funny. He said he enjoyed doing it because it brought laughter and humor. Dave Chappelle made a stand and said, "No, I'm not doing it."
Right.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not wearing a dress." He
Right.
said, "Nor should any black man have to wear a dress to make it in Hollywood
To get on. Right.
So speaking to that, I agree with that. I just from the guy that plays, I can't remember his name. The guy that plays Captain America. Now he played the Falcon in Marvel. Anthony Mackie. He had a with the Pivot with the cats from the football team. They got a podcast called The Pivot. Right. They talked about that. Anthony Mackie said that we are losing masculinity in today's society because it's becoming antisocial or even kind of rebellious to promote black masculinity.
Definitely.
And we are less harmful and less aggressive if we do wear the dresses and the makeup and act more feminine.
That's
you
deep.
know, because for years they the black man was the pimp, the thief, rob,
had
and
to
all
calm
that
that
stuff.
down.
So
By putting the dress on.
Image control.
exactly. So he feels like he teaches sons how to be men.
Yeah,
He raises sons to be men. Right. He said, and it's okay. Dave Chappelle, like I said, tie it back, bounce around, tie it back what Dave Chappelle said. One thing he said, he gets in trouble with a lot with the LGBTQ community. One thing he said was, at what point do I have to respect your stance, but it becomes okay to disrespect mine?
Exactly.
Like if you want me to respect to see your point of view.
Yep.
But in doing so, I have to lose where I stand and what I believe.
Yeah.
And that's something that I think Hollywood is still trying to find their way into.
Yeah.
Because that was part of the norm.
Right.
Like a lot of the slave movies that got made, they were produced by Jewish companies. Right. But you don't see black people making movies about the Holocaust.
Right.
Right. So it's taboo.
Right.
It's image control.
about
Yeah,
image
exactly.
control. Yeah.
So the same thing with when Dave Chappelle said, take it back to Dave Chappelle, when he was unable, he said on the show he can never say the F word when describing a black gay man. He could never say the F word, but it was okay for them to say nigga.
Right.
he said, and the white executive said, well, Dave, you're not gay, so you can't say the F word. He said, I'm not a nigga either.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So it's like, it's a double, it's kind of
It's
a double,
crazy
it's a
because-
double standard now.
Yeah.
And we have to be careful when you tread around it.
Where that take my mind to is what Eminem does.
Well,
So Eminem, he created this alter ego that's allowed to say anything. If you listen to an Eminem album, Eminem takes and I don't know if he calls it Marshall or whatever, whoever Marshall
Shady.
Mathers, right?
Yeah.
Slim Shady. So Slim Shady is Marshall Mathers' alter ego. He gets to say anything. There's a song on his album talking about Christopher Reeves, Superman, that's paralyzed. And when I say talk about it, he's like, he made a song about him being paralyzed and not being able to move. And it's a comedic song. It's like talking about it.
Right.
But he gets to say it because he's saying, this is Slim Shady talking, not me. So it's like, why does he get to do that?
well, but like
You
I
know,
said,
he
though,
even talks about gay people. Yeah, sorry, can't say that. He even talks about the
There's
LGBT
gay people,
community.
you don't have to apologize for saying gay.
But he talks about anything that he wants to. But as long as he says, this is Slim Shady talking, not me, I can do that. But I think he does it in an artistic form and saying that, look, y'all let me, this white boy, do this, but y'all wouldn't let black people do it.
right, but
I
see,
think
the-
that's what I'm saying. That it spins it back to what I was saying about Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people give him grief and all this other stuff. But I say every time I hear him speak about it, I never hear hate. Because he tells triumphant stories too about some of the LGBTQ community he's
He
dealt with.
is by far one of the most intelligent comedians that I've ever seen perform.
And he catches a lot of flack because he dwells on that subject. But I said he does it from a stance. I said when comedians are making fun of black people for eons,
Right.
it was, a big issue. I say, even though, like I said, you don't have to agree with some of the things he says, but I don't know why it necessarily comes from a place of hate.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, but like all of this y'all talking about, it all boils down to image control. So the reason they can regulate you to where they can say something and to where you can't say it is because they've controlled their image. Like, I'll give y'all an example. Iron Man 2. The villain in Iron Man 2, his name is the Mandarin. He's supposed to be Asian. But in order to play the movie in Asia, China told them, no, you cannot, as an American company, bring a movie here that depicts an Asian person
As a villain.
as a terrible man character. So they made them alter the movie, changed the actor to Mickey Rourke. Then they changed things in the movie, like they added a scene to where like he's getting operated on, and they add in like, I would have died if not for the great doctors in China.
In China, yeah.
Because they control our image, and that's one thing as black people we don't do.
Right.
We take our image for granted.
Yes,
They don't play about their image. They don't do it like we don't care.
Yeah.
And image is the reason why stereotypes are allowed to thrive.
Talk about it.
I look up and down my timeline, especially in like May, June, and all I see is black women graduating colleges, getting new nursing licenses, opening up businesses, getting degrees. Why is the prevailing image on the mainstream of black women them fighting like pit bulls on baddies? The only show where black women were upstanding, they didn't have any beef, no fighting, they were opening businesses. The only reality show like that existed got canceled. It was Run's House.
Oh, wow.
That was the only one.
Wow.
That showed a black nuclear family with no drama, no cheating, success, generational wealth. This is image control.
Right.
And we don't think about this until we get into things and they say, well, man, racism still exists. Because if you want to really know, like just us, just growing up in the, if you really want to know how strong image control is, think about us growing up. We thought every Chinese person knew karate, and we thought every man Jamaican smoked weed and ate beef patties. Am I lying?
Facts.
We literally thought that
That's a fact.
if a Jamaican didn't have dreadlocks, they weren't
They wasn't
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
Or if you had dreadlocks,
Every
you
Jamaican
were
I knew
automatically
did smoke
Jamaican.
weed, though.
Yeah. What'd you say, man?
Every Jamaican I knew
That's all
did
the
smoke
image
weed.
control. It's all the image control.
That's true, though. That's a
You
fact.
have to control
And it-
the way
and
you
it
sing,
ta-
and we
right.
don't. We don't stand on our image enough. We say, why y'all tripping? That's entertainment. Baddies just entertainment. It don't reflect nothing. Yes, it does. Because for that white person who's never seen a black person and their only absorption of black content is baddies, you automatically think every black woman is a violent, aggressive ghetto welfare queen.
Right.
But
And
the
those are
only
the terms
reason-
they use.
And it takes for the Dave Chappelle's, the Mackies to stand up and say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to get the money that I deserve anyways. So I don't have to
don't forget Denzel.
And Denzel. I'm not doing that. I'm going to make this money. I might not make as much money as I would have made if I did that, but I'm okay with that. But I'm not going to, go that way because I don't have to. And they take a stand. So it's going to take those dudes, and it's going to take us to control the image like you're talking about.
Yeah, but the only reason why those shows actually thrive is because we watch it.
People want to see it.
We want to see it. That viewership is. We want to see that. We don't want to see a show of nurses. You know what I'm saying? Like we want to see people getting beat up, or we want to see drama. And that's our society. We want to see that drama. That's why certain things on social media get more shares than others.
We don't have a balance though, Rock. I mean, it's fine for all
and then we had like
exist.
a show on
Netflix
called Selling Tampa, right? Black women realtors doing their things, right?
I watch it.
Selling. I don't think did it re-air? Did they get another season? I don't even know. I think
it's not even widely known because
much.
if you not said that, I wouldn't even know.
Yeah, it wasn't thriving as much as the other ones, right? Because we don't, as a society, we don't find that entertaining.
You know, it's funny.
We're not investing in shit like that.
And there's a gentleman. There was an interview that was done. I forgot. Is the guy was from? I want to say he was. I think he's Israeli. He was a dignitary, and he was talking to somebody who worked for Netflix, and they was I think it was Netflix. Either Netflix or Amazon. He was saying the crap that you guys allow and do in the Western civilization, we don't play that in the algorithm.
Exactly.
He said you're not going scrolling TikTok and social media and first thing in the morning. You're gonna get up. You're going to do your chores. You're going to go to school. You're going to get these A's and B's. And then when you go up and down the timeline, our algorithm is filled with women twerking and sex and drugs. He said it's filled with education, science. He said you see people building stuff. He said in our culture, you don't start to learn how to become a man until you're 21. He said in our culture, we start at 8.
Yeah.
8 years old, you learn how to build homes, pave roads, how to, he said you learn about finances, building. And he said it was crazy. He said, we teach them about guns, weapons, how to protect your family. He said, you start becoming a man at 8. He said, in our culture, he said, you don't start learning until you're 20, 21, and you see nothing but filth and alcohol imbibement, all kinds of stuff. He said, you guys are programmed to fail. Exactly. He said, that's why he said other than sports, he said every other culture, as far as finances, math, education, you guys are all behind. He said, other than sport, he said sports and degradation. He said you guys are up there. He said every time I turn on social media in America, when I'm there, I see women fighting, being disrespectful, throwing things. He said,
and it's allowed to exist.
He said, he said in our culture, you'll never see that.
Right. That's what it is right there. You just said it.
Right.
It's allowed.
Just because, like Rock, like you say, well, man, the other stuff, man, don't get that engagement. You think, man, white people, man, don't like fights and violence and sex, but white platforms don't allow that to exist to be shown to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Our platforms are just feed it, and behind 99% of these are white executives saying, go ahead.
Pushing the green button. It's cool.
Yeah.
We're not shown it. We're not shown it. So, and again, when they are shown these things, they are being shown us in a limited view.
Yeah.
And in a limited view, they're never going to go to the hood. They're not going to say, oh yeah, so you mean all these black women do is twerk?
Right.
Like they're
That's
not,
where they get the stereotype of.
So when you're an executive and they walk in and they say, you're the CEO, that's why they act like that, because what they've been shown of you is just damn.
Talk about it. So they act like they see a ghost when they see. Listen, you wouldn't even believe how many times that happened to me when I got my gym over on Scottsville Road. First of all, I'm out there on Scottsville Road, right? People walk in the door, they want to sign their kid up for some training. I greet them at the door, my desk right there. I kind of speak to the owner. Until they realize that I'm Mo, I'm the person that they heard about, they're like, they want to speak to the owner. And I'm like, it's me. Man, and then they're like, wait, you own this? This is yours? Yeah. I'm like, this is mine.
I can understand that.
How can I help you?
But
it's sad though. It's sad.
When it happened at my store, when this little girl walked in, I will never forget it. It's one of these moments I'll never forget. And she walked in and she said, "Mister, you own this store?" I said, "Yes." Why, man? She said, I thought only Arabs could own stores, and she was about 8 years old, and it was so pure, man, coming from her.
Yeah.
Because this is all she
Wasn't being funny, wasn't being disrespectful.
No, it was
just-
pure. She was like,
I remember you told me that.
Yeah, man, it's like, because they've only been shown one thing, one way,
Right.
that black people can't do this. And this is a child that's living in this.
Right.
So imagine a child outside of this. They'll never think it. They'll never think that you'll be black and prosperous without some type of ill-gotten gains.
Yeah, right.
And literally, it's by design. That's why I say we don't control our image, and we don't care about it, and we do.
And
not
everybody in the
realize
world want to be
importance
like
of the
us.
image.
That's the key. We gonna jump to another subject, but
Not about the
controlling the image, because we could talk about this for
man, image
forever,
control, man,
right?
image control.
Image control is what we got to
Image
talk
control
about.
is very big.
Image control, and we're gonna try to throw these into the households because the parents got control of what your kids see and what your
Absolutely.
kids. You can dictate what your kids have access to,
And it's culture, though.
So exactly,
You never hear from a white person in their household, and by never, I really don't mean every single person, but you rarely hear them say shit like, I don't give a fuck, man, what nobody think about me, because they understand what people think about you in the real world really matters.
It matters. Absolutely.
Maybe in the hood or whatever.
Absolutely.
We say that.
Absolutely.
We say that.
Absolutely.
We say that. And we restrict ourselves culturally with these mindsets.
I'm glad you said that, because I run into a lot of the young men that I mentor and I train and I coach today. Like, they'll go and they'll get the tattoo on their hand, on their neck. I'm like, I hope you're working hard enough to be rich on your own, because that's gonna matter. No matter how you put it, I hope you're working hard enough to make yourself a made man.
Unless you're going to be a security guard or a wrestler.
Yeah.
No offense.
No offense.
So,
But
I'm
it's
rich.
real though.
I'm
because
rich. So-
because image matters.
Man, I'm back the line.
Image matters. Image matters. And if you go out there and you do that, they're gonna look at you and say, "Nah, I ain't hiring you. I'm not doing that." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
But it is what it is. But just to change the subject, Trump gonna have to push the button on Iran.
Nah, man.
You don't think so?
No.
Let's give the backlog so people can understand what's
Yeah.
going on. Iran, they're in a war with Israel. They're bombing each other, and they are not supposed to. Iran is not supposed to have ever started to create nuclear weapons.
Okay.
And we found out that they are, and
I thought that was known for a while though.
it is known. But
Yeah.
I think Obama had him sign a
Okay.
something saying that they won't, and they agreed to it for whatever we offered them or gave them or whatever. But they were not supposed to produce nuclear weapons. Pretty sure we found out that they are, and they have always been screaming death to America. So
Right.
now Trump is in the seat of saying, or people are urging him to push the button and wipe them off the face of the earth. And now it's the back and forth of, are people with him with doing that, or are they saying no? Now they over there fighting and they playing dirty. Like, they fighting with Israel right now. Israel, they're bombing their military bases and stuff like that. Like you do in war. They're bombing Iran. They're taking out hospitals and stuff where people are sick and all that kind of stuff. Like, literally dropping bombs on sick people. So the allies are saying that we got to stop them. They got to be stopped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but wars have always been fought like that. We have been very restricted and shielded from what war actually is, because we usually send people to war in somebody else's land.
yeah, because we ain't letting it come here.
So, like, when they say things like, "Oh, when these people hate the United States," like, do you see what we actually do to these people?
Yeah.
So like, from that perspective, I understand it. Israel don't been strong enough, man, to wipe out Iran by themselves. I
And
just
that's
think
what
Trump
people
is
saying.
Not?
Yes, they are.
They are.
People are
Like,
saying that.
Israel, like, if I'm not mistaken, they don't even have like a navy or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
You mean Iran?
I'm not really
Yeah, man,
versed
Iran.
in what
Yeah,
they
my
have.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Iran. So all I'm saying, people are talking about if we get involved in this, they want Trump to just go all the way, just go and do it.
Iran said that. Iran said the leaders of Iran said, he said, if you want war, you're going to get war.
He said
They
war
said
is going to be
war.
met with war.
They said mind your business, because if you come at us, we coming at you.
Pretty much.
So
Pretty much.
what it's going to be?
Pretty much.
China said, no, it wasn't China. It was North Korea. North Korea pretty much said the same thing too.
Yeah, they said war will be met with war, and so our allies, I think it was Canada and somebody else over there said
Canada.
Canada said they are ready to take them out, flat out. So and it was somebody else.
Oh, Canada still fuck with us?
Yeah.
After the tariffs?
Yeah.
They got called back. They got called back.
Yeah, they got called back. He backed down. Yeah, he selling wolf tickets.
He runs the same playbook, and people get so scared, and he rents so much space in people's heads. They say Trump gonna do this, Trump gonna do that. He yells. He had this big press conference. He says he's doing it.
Yep.
It worked for like 48 hours.
Yeah.
Then somebody go to court, and the injunction get filed. Then he leave it alone.
Go deeper into it though, and Trump does this because he can manipulate the stock market like that.
Yeah,
he manipulates the stock market, so he
creates fear, panic.
But he throw his money. Him and his family throw their money in where the stock's going fluctuate.
Look at Bitcoin.
And he's gonna get crazy.
Bitcoin doing historic numbers right now.
Shit, they got the Trump coin. Trump coin. That'll get him smiling big.
B word.
There you go.
Get him excited.
Yeah. Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin can do it.
So we, you know.
Well, we can't take nothing serious. People on social media is cracking jokes. When that alert came on the phone with the flood alert, someone was like,
that rain was nuts.
We're not even getting that flood alert.
That was crazy.
When it's really bad. When it's really bad.
That was bad. That was crazy.
On Lyle.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
Here in Rochester, we had a bad.
So they tried to.
That one spot right by that Rochester Colonial flood.
It's like trucks, man, getting stuck under that one bridge.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen.
Exactly.
And you do the same thing repeatedly. So it's like,
So let's so anything crazy happened to any of y'all over this past week? Let's
no.
As far as crazy, nothing real crazy. It's, I know. Well, like I said, just to catch everybody up, what we was just talking about was it was a real bad rainstorm, unexpected rainstorm yesterday,
and it came.
Parts of the city got flooded, like literally, like real floods, cars underwater and everything. I think that's what I struggle with that is that basic stuff like that we're still unprepared for.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
like we talk about all kinds of prepared. Like even we had the mayor here, we were talking about preparation, being prepared for what to expect. Stuff like that still catches us off guard. I don't know. Shout out to anybody who was impacted by the floods yesterday. I don't know. I didn't any extent. Yeah, exactly. But crazy. Yeah, and I'm like, stuff like that, and we're in Rochester. You don't even think about stuff like that. And
I went home because my car wasn't going to push through no pool.
Yeah,
I went right home. I said, I'm going in the house, put my car in the garage, and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And
you can't dictate what Mother Nature does, though.
See,
you can't control that.
The flooding, and I think what it is that if it's too much water meant to go in the sewer at one time, it doesn't matter. Because there's enough room in the sewer for the water, but it's only those little holes for it to go into.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got that much water going and it only go through 4 little holes at a time on the side, it ain't the system fault. It's just too much rain.
Yeah, that's too. And I'm thinking like when we talk about spending money better, better in the city, what can be done, and then something like that happens.
Take care of all that first.
Like I said, like that's real. Like you would have people who were submerged for real,
right?
And
they got all kinds of problems. Just think about that though. Like your car is done. Like your transportation is over with. Like, you got to go figure that out.
Exactly.
You got to figure that out. Try to drive.
We have to account for human error at some point.
That's true too.
You try to
you see a big ass
flood?
pool of water, man. You see cars floating.
You should have did what I did.
And you got a 93 man Dodge Neon, man. You think you about to get through that water? I can make What made you believe that?
Go home. I went home. I'm going home. I'm not coming outside until this shit drains. I'm in the house.
In a kayak.
My car.
I don't
cost
know
a lot of money. Yeah.
That was dope. That was
He was definitely getting there. He was getting there.
Ingenuity, baby. Ingenuity. I support it.
So I went straight home. I went with it. I wasn't about to pay no thousands and thousands of dollars for that.
We gave this blame the city, man, for human error, though, man. Like I think at some point, when the city guys say, "At what
I got
point
new
are y'all
tires. I
smart
can get
enough?"
through this.
Man, you know you're not about to get through that.
Right.
You on a skateboard? Where are you going? I'm lost in the puddle. I'm sure you are, Tony.
Rochester crazy. Rochester is nuts.
Shout out to my city, Rochester, New York.
Shout out to our city.
Shout out
I
to
really
Rock.
want to talk about. I brought this up, right? Social media, Facebook, and the fact that you can see your others now, right? And
What's others?
The others. So on your Facebook stories, let me break it down. So your Facebook stories, your friends can watch your stories if your page is public, if your stories are public, because Brandon his private, right? You have to pay a fee to see Brandon's shit. But if your page is public, You go through your story, your viewership, it'll show you who watched your stories. And then, so there's a segment that was all the way at the bottom that said others. And it'll be like people that are not your friends or they're not your followers, whatever, but they come and just check your stories, right?
word.
So now Facebook, but it will be anonymous. It'll just be like others 102, right? You don't know who it is, where they came from. It will just be there. But now Facebook, I think the update has it so where you see who these others are. So if you're going through to see your viewership, it'll say non-follower on top of the person's name. And that will indicate that this person isn't your friend. They're not following you. They just went searching to go see what you're doing, right?
Oh, wow.
So a lot of times now you're seeing all your ops up in there, right?
Whoa.
I've seen a few of my ops up in there, like, oh girl, you is looking at my stories. Now I think a lot of people don't know this feature is available, so they're just like lurking. And
That's crazy.
But now I think more people are getting hip to it, so they're like, oh, I ain't see her in a few days. So it's like, oh crap, they can see. So don't worry, girl, I got them screenshots. So don't deny it, because I definitely screenshot when I seen an op. So so now it's causing people to like be frantic, like, oh, I don't want to go on their stories. I don't want to right. Yeah. So
is it like somebody from like ABC?
Huh?
Is it like somebody from a rival news station?
Oh, for Rocky, right?
No, you know, ops coming from
ABC
as a
drive-bys.
female.
Yeah.
Female.
Some dude you mess with and she,
all
that
that guy or
crazy.
You know what's
whatever.
crazy?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I didn't
bullshit.
even know that people man check their story viewers.
That's what I'm saying. I
I
don't.
never check that shit. I
You don't?
No,
So I
don't
usually
care.
Nah, I
I check
don't
my
go through
reactions, right? So like when my views go over a certain number, I'm like, this is pointless, because I could average up to like, it depends. If I'm showing a little booty, I can do about 1,000 people. So it's pointless. But but
Sex
yeah, but on
sells.
average I could do a good number. So I don't really go through it. I just go to see who hearted whatever, or what it's doing. But
Let me see who nigga love me.
yeah,
Let's see who. Man.
Four hearts.
Oh, you gonna throw it back together?
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
No, bro, I've
about
never
what's up.
watched my viewers.
That's why Brandon keep having
But
to save
now-
you from people calling you a. See, we got to stop.
Chicken head.
Chicken head.
I don't care. You can call me whatever you want. I got degrees on my wall.
Ooh, yes.
Masters
Talk about
too.
it.
Call me whatever you want.
talk
Baby.
about it.
I can
Master
sit,
chicken
I
head,
sit in the
Joe.
room
Right,
with political leaders, healthcare leaders, and then I can be a
PhD
chicken head all I want. So and then you have to know how to switch. You got to switch
There
it
you
up.
go.
So so now I feel as if Facebook might take that feature away, because it's gonna cost.
Oh, definitely.
No, but wait. I kind of see it a different way. Facebook could be doing that on purpose to say, all right,
Messy.
if you're gonna, I mean, it could be looked at as messy, but it can also be looked at as saying, if you're gonna be identified, you might as well follow the person.
You might as
You
well.
might
follow
as
me.
well
Look
push
at
the
it
button
like
and
this,
follow.
though.
Give everybody more
It
followers.
really may be helpful, man, to the person that's being watched.
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm
why
saying.
do you get to watch me anonymously?
That's what I'm saying. So I get to see you. I get
word
to
to
see
man,
you.
like
Now
these
I can send you I can send all of them. I'm pretty sure they're gonna make it to where you can send all those non-followers
A friend request.
a friend request or something. Say follow me, but it could help you. It could help
them
people
like them
out. You
groups,
get
them
more
like them
followers.
groups, man, when people saying,
Yeah.
"Oh my
Or
God,
you
they
can-
got this guy
Right.
or this girl in there," and it's anonymous. And
Yeah.
they say, "Well, everybody's saying it, and it must be right." No, it ain't.
Yeah.
That's when you hit them with the eyeball emoji.
Exactly.
Look at that.
Or you can say
You
can say
have-
follow me,
Yeah.
or continue to be a weirdo.
Yeah.
But it's weird to me. Like, you really go out your way to like, let me go see what this person
Feel
is
flattered,
doing.
man. Just feel flattered,
It's-
man. Feel flattered, man.
You can feel flattered,
That's all you can do,
but
feel-
sometimes it can be dangerous.
It
It
could be.
depends.
But there's a lot of fake pages
It depends
too.
where we left off at. Where we left, like if like she
There
said,
you
I
go.
know you.
Yeah.
You've been a difficult part of my life.
Yes.
And then I go in my stories and I see you in the others. I'm
Yes.
like, I know nothing good can come from that.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, but you also know, man, that if people, man, really want to watch you, they're gonna be able to anyway.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
There's too many ways to be anonymous. There's too many fake pages. It's too much anything. You know what I'm saying? So if they want to do that, so me, I would just feel flattered.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, like you want to watch me? I don't care about you.
Yeah, because I don't block
yeah,
nobody. My page private. And I'm not blocking.
yeah.
You
I
can
don't
see
really
these
get into all
blessings.
that.
Page
Like I
definitely
use
public.
social
Go ahead.
media because I got on social media just so I could keep in contact with some of my, my teammates. So we can, interact. We can see what each other are doing in your own town and all that. But people taking it too far with using social media for all this other.
Yeah,
crazy
like
shit.
people made social media so important in their real life.
Yeah.
Like I've really seen friends that I know are real friends out here. Like real friends been through thick and thin. And they'll really not be friends no more because you didn't heart my photo.
Yeah, that's too much. That's too much.
She
That's too
stabbed
much.
your baby daddy for you.
That's too much,
And you're
man.
not gonna be her friend no more because she ain't hurt your folks.
Relationship ain't real unless you post it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yo, it's
Yeah.
the
you
craziest
don't never post
thing.
a girl or girl
Yo,
never
it's
post
the
her
crazy.
dude.
Yo, social media has ruined people.
It's part of
It's
the
ruined
lexicon.
society.
It's part of the lexicon now.
Listen, I got kind of ran down on by a older person in my life because I didn't share her son's event. Like I'm like, all right, I just don't go on there looking to see.
I get
what
a lot
can
of that.
share.
I get a lot of
Like,
that.
share your- I
I
don't
go
care-
on there
yo, I
and
don't
I'm like,
care
if I
about
see
that.
it and I'm thinking about sharing something, then I'll share it. If not, I'm on social media to laugh. I'm on social media to see, for business and this and that. But when I'm on there and I go in there and I say I want to laugh at something, that's exactly what I do. I don't care about the real post, the woke post, none of those. I want to see some
people
jokes
just be
and want to
crazy,
go in there
man.
and I'm gonna laugh.
So when
and that's
they
that.
go on Facebook and ask for prayers, do you pray?
Yes, I do. I do.
You do?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
I need to know what I'm
And I
praying.
make it,
Exactly,
I make
exactly.
it known because
Yeah.
I put the.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that a?
That's a high five.
That's a high five.
Yeah, it's a high
No,
five.
it's
because
a prayer.
No,
it's a
it's a high
prayer or
five.
high
They
five.
just made-
That's a debate.
If you type in pray, it will put
They
the
actually
the
changed it.
hand.
They
Okay.
changed it.
We made it that
So-
way.
They changed
It was
to
a
do
high
that.
five.
It
but
really was a high five.
We
He's
made
right.
it.
He's
We
right.
used it
He's
so
right.
much they changed it, but it was really just a high five.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
crying, laughing.
Yeah.
Wait.
emoji.
No. I'm gonna put some logic into it. It can't be a high five
Well,
because if me and Rocky are high fiving, we ain't gonna high five. Like turn to me. If we high five, you're not gonna high five me with that hand. That's where the thumbs come together.
Yeah.
Hang on a
You
second.
gonna high five me with
Mo,
this hand.
we are
Nobody
telling you what
designed
the
that.
emoji creator
Nobody-
actually said.
I
Nobody
just
put
figured
that
it
much
out. I
thought
figured
into
it.
it.
I figured the shit out.
Nobody
That's
put
it.
that much thought
It's not-
into it. They was just slapping up.
But listen,
Fuck
no,
what
I
you
do
talking
pray
about.
though.
And
If I
about
put these on there and I put sent, then I do pray.
What about the people?
No.
Hold on a second. Here go
ahead.
the number one. I don't know if it's number one job, but number one me. What about the people who go live to start crying? They record themselves crying. Who crying?
Now that's
How y'all feel about that?
that's a little.
Why is that your first instinct is to go on social media?
Some
And
therapist
record yourself
inboxed
cry.
me. I put that up.
A
And the therapist
therapist.
inboxed me and said, broke it down why it's important that some of the individuals who do it,
that.
why they do it. She said, and the therapist gonna remain nameless because until I find out that they certified and licensed. But what they said was that is how that person finds coping, release, and immediate strength with the return replies that they get based on what they're crying about.
I got you.
To me, like I said, it's become so. Social media interactions then became so self-gratifying for individuals that it feeds into whatever they need to make it through their day.
Yeah.
So I think I think it's sort of like a damn near mental illness.
But see though, man, my problem with that is that the gratification is always short term.
That's true.
It's always short term.
Only moment.
But what if they
because
need it right then to get through whatever they're going through?
Right, but if it returns immediately and or stronger, then it really didn't do
wasn't that
anything.
serious.
So if they were going to do something and crash out, and then they went live for 5 minutes and didn't, they just crashed out 5 minutes later than they would have normally done it.
Yeah.
And like, so for me, like with the thing, like with the prayers and whatnot, me, I don't just give my prayers. I'm
need to know
selective with my
I need to know
prayers
what I'm praying
because
about.
you might be praying for your uncle when they stole my TV last year. so there are things, and, you know what I'm saying? So like
Free
for
Uncle
me,
Rocco. Oh wait,
like,
Uncle Rocco.
yo,
Uncle
it's
Rocco.
so stupid. They'll be like, yo, pray right now. Don't ask no
Don't
question.
ask
Just
why.
pray.
Yeah.
You a bold
What do you
motherfucker.
mean?
You know what I'm praying for?
Bold
I'ma
motherfucker
still
to come on here and
see-
say, first of all, my cousin just got lit on fire by a bunch of niggas on Dewey, but don't be asking me what happened because it's none of your business.
Just pray.
Yo, this be wild. That's like me messing on the sneakers.
How
and I
you
say
got lit on
no.
fire? I need to
You
know
know
this
buy
about
these sneakers
Exactly.
right now. Don't ask what size. Just buy them.
Say it again.
I said, man, that's like me selling you a pair of sneakers, man. Say, Mo, buy these sneakers right now. Don't ask what size. Just buy them.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
got you.
It's
I got you.
like, it's so
I got
stupid,
you.
man. But social media
I got
has
you.
made people stupid.
You can't
in that
ask
manner.
certain questions. You can't say certain things without
Yeah.
offending people.
Yeah.
My motto is if you put it on social media, it's open
Yeah.
for any and
That's where this come
Everybody.
from right here. Here. My page, my opinion. I said
Yeah.
what I said.
There
You
you
know
go.
what you could have did? You could have locked the comments.
Show coulda.
Yeah.
You could have kept that to yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
You could have phoned a friend.
Yeah.
You could have did anything but put it here.
I wanted y'all to know what I
Right.
was thinking.
Right.
Y'all just come on here
I don't
and
care who
disagree
I-
with me
I
because
don't
you
care who
saying
I piss
disagreeable
off.
shit.
Yeah.
That's why.
Oh, you always come to debate.
Social
You always come to
media
debate
is a
them.
motherfucker.
It's not a
Social media
debate.
is crazy.
Block.
I keep telling
That block button is block. I had people come like, "Oh, you blocked me?" I sure did.
Yo, you know what?
I
I don't
was in
even
my
know how to
feelings.
get to the block button.
Yeah, I ain't
'Cause I
blocking
don't really
nobody.
care about it that much.
I'm not blocking
You an
anybody.
uncle,
I don't
for
really
real.
care about it
You
that
a
much.
Yo, man,
I'm
the
just
weirdest
gonna-
thing
I'm
that
just
people
gonna
do,
ignore
man,
you.
speaking of that right there, the weirdest thing that people do is this. They will come on the statement and disagree with you. You will clearly win on the stat.
Yeah.
Then they're going to make a side statement and throw a subliminal
God,
at
yeah.
you. Like,
Yeah.
yo, y'all can't
Yes,
talk
Oh my
yes,
gosh!
yes, yes.
You know how many
Can't read
times
is important to you.
Yeah.
I've done like when I post my little man bashing stats.
I've seen it.
Oh my god! Like I have like 50 other 50
Yeah,
other
them men,
niggas
like,
just,
rock
other
throwing
spin-offs.
just spitting off of me like.
Yo.
And so it'd be men that I turn down, so they
Yo.
can't wait
Yo, Mo.
to say some shit about me, right? I just be laughing like,
It'd be
wow,
something
look how
like
much
this, but like
control
Rocker post like,
I got over you. I got control. Look, you're my little puppets. Look, you're making a stat about something I said because you feel some type of way towards me. A lot of times people just
Say it in
feel
my
some
face.
type of way about you.
And it
ain't
be
even about
direct,
what you
bro, like, it
said.
be
It's
direct.
the person that said it. That's
Yeah.
what they got the problem with. So it's like now it's your turn to do it, right? And if somebody share your stat and somebody that don't like you will come in the stat that because the person shared it and they're gonna leave their little commentary because it's you, right? Knowing any other time they'll probably agree with it, but because it's that
Yeah, yeah,
person,
yeah.
oh yeah, I see all of it, but I don't react to it because what's the point? You're not gonna get that same energy back from me. But if I post something, people that don't like me,
I've seen it
have
mad
a
times. Like, Rocker
feeling.
say some shit like,
Feeling.
yeah, man, ladies, man, don't accept me at Applebee's. I see 3 different times. Now these bitches too good for Applebee's.
Yeah.
They was fucking off some mojos.
Just go on the post and say that. Go have the
like,
debate.
say
I don't
that.
want
It be so weak. Like, I
messing
hate
up
it.
my algorithm. Now I got now my whole algorithm gone.
Yo, man, that's what
I just want to see Rocky. Let Rocky rock. I don't need you spinning off and making my
like, that's what
algorithm
they
all
want to
weak.
do, yeah.
Yeah, I
Ain't like nobody, man,
32
believe you.
I
shares.
got you. Right.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
But
man.
like
That's a lot of
social
stuff.
media, talking about like social media being like people taking it way too far. The couple that was arguing on social media, right?
Yeah, that's
and
a real topic.
they were exposing each other, which is a very this is a real toxic situation, a real unfortunate situation. The couple was they're exposing each other, and it went too far with the man. I guess his bruised his ego. He killed his girlfriend and then later drove off and shot himself. So this is the bad end of social media, right? And getting that validation or people using it for the wrong things, and you get someone is embarrassed.
And there's the problem.
Yeah, you're
And there's
embarrassed
the problem.
now. You fuck with
and
their
all of this
ego.
toxic shit is applauded until it's deadly.
Yeah.
Like, we got a couple of young ladies here. I wouldn't dare say their name. They crash out on the regular on dudes, and they go live for hours and hours and hours crashing out. And all I see is hearts, girl, you crazy. Ah, 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 da, 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 da.
it's-
Now, as soon as this young lady do something to jeopardize her life or somebody else's, all those hearts and adulation for that is going to turn into, that girl's so fucking stupid. She was so damn dumb. She had such a great life ahead of her. And that's what we got to stop doing. Because when you think of violence, man, is like, man, weather. The actual violent event is the lightning. What leads up is the thunder. We applaud and salute the thunder, but then when the lightning come, we say, oh my God, it's a dark cloud over the city. You led to it. You fed that cloud
you fed it.
until it became thunderous.
Right.
And then when the lightning hit, now you don't want that.
Right.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
That is the
That's
problem.
a huge problem. That's a huge
that's
problem.
the big problem,
When
man.
it get to that, when it get to where where blood is drawn, like come on, like,
And it's like, yo, I ain't never seen so many shitty draws in my life.
yeah.
Why everybody break up and hit the shitty draws?
That's a that's
He was
that's
laying
a
in
real
the bed.
thing.
Hey, yo, he was laying in the bed
That's
with
a
you,
real thing.
rummaging through your fun tunnel with them same shitty draws
For
on.
years though, and now you
shit
mad.
draws.
Why y'all don't wipe yourselves proper?
Ain't,
Why do y'all
don't
let a
say
man
y'all.
stay in the bed? Like, I
About
know
to
y'all
say,
smell it.
because he didn't have to.
I know for a fact men don't wipe their
He didn't have
Nah,
he
nah,
didn't have a
nah.
problem with
wipe their ass
He
properly.
didn't have a problem with the shitty booty 3 years ago. For 3 years, his ass
Hold on.
We got Kyron about to fall off back there.
My ass
hold
did
on,
not
hold
just
on.
become shitty because we
Yo,
argued.
Bear, man, this is the thing that be killing me, though, man. This is the thing that killed me.
Fuck, I've been shitty since
This
you
what
met
that-
me at
this what
the distillery.
Yeah, man, this is the thing, though. No, man, this is the thing. They leave, man, with the double combo. This is their combo. Niggas swear they so tough, but they like they ass played with. Then you show us draws. So was you playing in the ass that those draws was on?
Come on. I don't get it.
One.
I don't get it.
Or I'm only
I
one.
don't understand it. Like you exposing yourself.
Yeah, like little bit shitty fingers. This is not the flex you think it
exposing
is.
yourself. Stop waving that finger because it stink.
To be killing me though.
That's crazy.
Like yo, and no man, like this is my thing too. Is that maybe it's me, man? Because I'm not this type of friend, man, or person. Is that obviously many things occurred to me during good times. Did you stop at one point like, oh, these draws shitty, so I'm gonna take a picture for later. So if we break up, I got shitty draws in my phone.
That's crazy.
Like, really
so
think
weird.
about what it takes to do that.
That's so weird.
Like, we got friends in another
It's the
I don't got
toxic
none of
part.
that. I don't got bloody draws, shitty draws. I don't got a roach on your wall. I don't got none of that shit.
Right.
If we ain't cool no more, we just not cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not gonna be none of that, man. Cause I just can't see me because you gotta think though.
Yeah.
Y'all say, man, I think, man, real deep, man, like how my mind thinks. Just think though. What angle do you take when they take a picture of some shitty draws? Like, what make you stop? Be like,
you gotta
oh,
go.
there shitty
You gotta
draws.
go and move move them and get them all right for the picture to show.
Exactly,
you
man. You
love
gotta
this
angle them, man, so you see the
It's
shit.
really
You was
crazy.
cool with it too.
It's really it's
draw shit. I'll just say
it's
this
really
later.
crazy though. Like,
And
it's
you can go to the doctor after you seen all that glue in her drawers.
Yeah.
it's really crazy.
I feel like once
You seen all that
once
body glue in
anything
her
makes
drawers
it
and
on
nothing
social
said, you
media,
know what, maybe I
it's
should leave
over.
this alone.
It did.
Once it makes it on social media, it's over. If we're friends, you post our business on social
Yeah,
media.
it's over.
We're
It's
in a
done.
relationship.
Yeah,
you
it
post our
gotta be
business
over.
on
Yeah,
social
It
media.
gotta be over.
Once it makes it to social media,
Yeah.
we're done. We could be cordial in like, hey, what's up?
No, we
Nah,
can't.
nah, you
can't be cordial?
No,
Good.
hell no.
Ain't no cordial.
I
Beat
was
it.
saying.
Kick rocks.
Okay.
I was
all
saying,
right.
once you make our business show business, there's no business.
business.
We never gonna speak
fact.
again.
Okay.
That's a fact.
It's a
That's
dub.
fact.
We're cordial as in like when I see you, I don't have to run up on you, but we ain't got nothing else to talk
You don't
about.
exist.
it's-
You
it's-
don't
it's-
exist.
Nothing.
You don't exist.
Indifferent. Okay.
I'm over here. You over there.
What's
Stay
even
there.
worse with the friends and the friends, the parents of the children
Yeah.
and the relation people, when they do all that and then they get back together,
together.
Yeah.
and then you act weird around them and they get mad at you for. I'm like,
wild.
y'all was just clowning the
And
shit
on
on each
top of
other.
that, man, when you see them in public, man, they looking like, and they like,
What you looking at?
then they post shit like this.
woke-
What's
look
understood,
and
man,
see
don't
you
need to be
watch
explained. Yes. You need to explain with them booty crumbs
All
on your
that's-
mouth. Yes, you
all
do.
that's trauma.
Yes, you
It's
do.
all trauma, man.
You do gotta
gotta be.
explain
It's
that.
got to be talked about and diagnosed.
She loved me through my city
Crazy,
draws.
man.
That's love bombing. Let's tie it back
Yeah,
to the
though,
beginning.
bruh,
Now, that's
bruh.
love bombing.
It should be a law, man. If you do that, that should be man, in your wedding vows.
Hey,
Excuse me,
Yeah.
I'm in sickness to health.
It's shitty draws.
Exactly. She loved me through shitty draws and clean draws.
oh god,
That's what
So
it is.
since we talk about that's kind of a relationship topic, but it's crazy. Something I think we got to hit on real quick. Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti.
Nothing.
Oh, that's what. Oh, look at that. Oh,
See that coming?
That's why I like Yo Gotti.
but
See, I like Yo Gotti, man,
That was
for one
TV.
reason.
That was
He don't
TV.
never play the internet. He gonna let her post whatever. He gonna let her say
She
whatever.
did have it.
He ain't
She-
gonna
she-
do
she-
that.
She did an interview.
He's the anti-offset, man.
She did it. All right, there you
This
go.
is how you play
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, exactly.
She did an interview, but so she said it was her decision
Right.
to call it off. She didn't want to though.
Right.
So to me, that's saying
Because
like,
he was cheating on her.
no, I don't know. I don't know that.
Oh, I thought it was
I think it's his
speculation.
life. I think his
I
life
think
is
it's
out.
because
Why
he's
couldn't
in some
you just
shit.
be like-
He can't get caught with her. I mean, she can't get caught with him when this dude's out there really after this dude.
Yeah.
like he got some real beef
Real
out there
beef.
because of the.
Yeah, I don't think
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
You don't think so?
Absolutely
Because now
the
she
fuck.
becomes a target. A lot of
Yeah.
times, if you in the streets,
Like, she
they're
can't-
coming
I-
after
wait a
your
second,
loved ones. They're not coming after you.
I get all that. Yo Gotti, first of all, Yo Gotti, I
didn't
know,
show up with
I
Glorilla
know
or something.
parts of his family. Yo Gotti been in the streets since he was 12, 13.
Yeah.
That boy was a millionaire at 14.
Yeah.
From doing street shit. That's nothing new. That's nothing new. He's been now he's just a high profile dude. I know he got beef, all that stuff. Let me say something to you. That Angela Simmons thing was internet based, TV
so?
based. That
Well,
was
you probably
that
know
was
so.
that was a speculation. It was all that. It was. I'm pretty sure he really had a crush on her. I'm not okay. Say you Yo Gotti. Let's
throw it
make
out
it,
there.
make it,
It
simpler.
put you up there. It
Say
put you
you
up on
Yo
the pedestal.
Gotti. You
Yeah.
one and at the time you one of the hottest rappers in the game. You know your company doing millions and millions of dollars. You got millions and millions of dollars. Whatever. You got a crush on Angela Simmons. You actually can
Say
get
it.
Angela Simmons.
Yeah.
You actually can get it. Whether you think you serious or not, whether
then
it's
you
going to be
go and get it.
exactly. Then
Everybody
you do
wanna
it.
see
You
it.
don't put it in a song, a real popular song, then
Right.
blew up, and you actually get with her. Come on, man. Did y'all really think that was going to last and turn
I
into
see
something?
it. Nah,
Come on.
I really
come
didn't
on,
think
man.
about it too much.
Exactly.
But
It was
everybody
one
knew
of
they
these
was
peripheral
together. He
things.
was, you know. But I mean, all the time they was together. You know, usually rappers they get caught up in shit. Like we wasn't hearing his name in the public.
He's always been like that.
I'm so sad.
It's rappers out there, like, okay, for prime example, Gucci was wild. Gucci was wild forever, but you really didn't. Only thing you heard about was fights and other shit with Gucci. You hear about Gucci fucking with mad chicks and being caught out there stuff. Yeah. It's cats out there that know how to move and handle their business.
But people still sad about it because it's Angela Simmons. You sad?
Simmons. I could relate to it because I'm a good girl that like bad guys.
They be so invested. Yeah. He took a picture with his sister, right, man, because he got a restaurant in Memphis that his sister runs. So when they take a picture, and her caption is, I'm on what he on. It's 2 million comments. You left Angela for her. That's a downgrade. And
that's crazy. And
then you said the regular people like, that is his blood sister. That is
what
his
saying, all she's saying is, I got his back. I love my brother. I got his back.
Yeah, so people were saying that she left because of the beef that he had.
And I ain't what he like.
So, and all I put 2 and 2 together. I'm like, all right, I've been to Memphis a few times. And if you watch First 48,
Memphis, they get it
all through there. Yeah, Memphis and Little Rock. That's what you're gonna see on First 48.
I say Little Rock, Memphis, Chicago, parts of Chicago. Yeah, it's
wanted to see that little.
You wanted to see it keep going.
Yeah, we wanted to see that little ghetto love story. I feel like it's a good balance. Like
ghetto.
The good girl with the bad guy. Woo, woo. It's like everybody.
You gotta be a bad guy.
Angela, I mean,
he had something to do with it.
He got, he's been in the streets. We just said it. So then Angela, her dad sits in the tub and read scriptures. Like we wanted.
I get what you're saying.
You wanted her to work out.
She wanted to. Yeah, because I could see
Rock
my
voice
little
when she talk about relationships is so
I
funny.
would consider like the good girl. I got the career and whatnot. You
ain't no damn good girl, Rock. Not with the shit you done said on here.
Guys, so it's like, that's a nice little balance for her. He was making her tough. And she was like pointing her purse gun at the
looking like a damn fool,
looking like a dweeb.
Everybody went in on her with that.
She went from like pastries
your ass
to
down
like
and pick up that
gun
Bible.
purses. Like
shout out to pastries.
She got her gangster back, right? And it's like, damn, like, and it's something that we it was cool. It was cool to see. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, okay, that's dope. It was cool. But yeah, damn. And he was taking her trips for her birth, making her feel good.
That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Some imagery, boys. Some imagery. Women is hooked.
It happens.
They be going together, man. 2 weeks, man. Buy a purse. I love to see black women love correctly.
Yeah. So
and you got that from a purse?
Damn, a gun purse.
Don't say that.
I stay buying purses.
Yep. I wish y'all would just come together and just buy me a nice purse. Everybody chip in. Okay. Crickets? The fuck?
Well, first of all, if you combine 3 of them premium bums on your roster, they can get you 1 premium purse.
I was just about to say that. I said I'm pretty sure.
Hold
somebody
on.
in inbox.
So listen,
that could do
what
that.
we learned today was if Bear go in, he going all the way in. So just act like you like him for
Don't play around.
Mm-hmm. Act like you like him for a little while.
No parachute.
You gonna have that
love bomber.
I'm a love bomber.
So now, man, we ask, what would his name be if he lost too much weight? We now know. The Brown Bomber.
The Brown Bomber.
The Brown Bomber. Last name is Brown. The Brown Bomber.
The Brown Bomber's over there.
The Brown Bomber.
He gonna go in head first. So next week, y'all just switch seats. So let Rocky get her purse, then y'all come back.
Get our purse.
Okay,
we good. Cool. We good money. But we got to wrap it up soon.
Wrap it up, man.
We'll see what happens.
We get
it.
But so Juneteenth
my
is
sugar
today.
bear, you don't want no sugar though, right?
She already started.
Be my sugar bear with no sugar.
Sugar bear.
I know, right?
Cheese gave sugar to lesson.
I know, right?
But wait. Bear been in the gym. He's Splendor Bear.
That's what I'm saying.
Splendor Bear.
Trying to get it together.
Don't let her give you no sweet and low. Domino.
Yep. The tie it together for Juneteenth. To my brothers and sisters out there, health is wealth, movement is medicine.
Yes.
I know our holidays we like to. This is my uncle used to say. He said after the funeral you go upstairs and eat the food that killed the person that's being buried. So we got to be careful. Like I said, try and get my brothers and sisters. If it feels funny, smells funny, looks funny, go get checked out. Get you a primary care physician.
Yes.
Walk 30 minutes a day. Walk 30 minutes a day. I'm telling you, even an hour just moving around, working out per week can lengthen your life. That's something I can't stress enough. On my health and wellness journey, I'm seeing way more women and sisters working out and do it right than my fellows.
That's because we done messed up and they trying to get back into that fucking dress.
I'm imploring my brothers, especially my brothers and sisters, especially my brothers, man, get moving.
I'm gonna get back to it.
Yeah, we getting older, man.
I'm up here front right now. As soon as my foot get right, I done ruptured my Achilles a few weeks ago. So I'm out of. I'm supposed to have this boot on right now, so I'm up here fronting. But as soon as I get back right, I'm back at it.
Like this is wide open. The gym is wide open.
I seen you you've been in the gym, Rock.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Gym, yeah,
I went
and
through
this
every
dude-
stage of my every size. Like, I've been slim, I've been a little plus size. Right now I'm just doing. I love lifting weights. I love feeling strong. I just love that. That's where I'm at right now in my journey. So yeah, I love the gym. It just
And B, I always
it
get
saves a
his.
lot
I
of
always
y'all.
get he be out there for miles and miles. I'm like, how is
to the
this nigga
cemetery.
doing this? I can't even jog that much. This dude,
Yeah, the cemetery is the best place to jog. Like I'm gonna tell y'all, the cemetery on Mount Hope is the
We used to
best
jog
place
together,
to
but
jog
I gave it up
because
because
they
he
got
really jogged.
slants
I've never
and
been a
hills
jogger,
and
bro.
whatnot.
I
Yeah.
can't jog. My body don't let me jog. I done been through too many
He was a sprinter,
workouts
probably.
and all
That's
that
what.
kind of I got a sprint body. I can't jog. I'm gonna try it though. But
Alrighty.
but we gonna wrap it up there. Again, we're gonna definitely shout out Truth Resto Lounge. Shout out to
for having us. Thank you
This
so
is a
much.
beautiful
Thank you.
place.
It's
Again,
beautiful.
1443 East Main Street. It's for the 35 and up club. They're gonna do it
35
right.
and up.
35 and up. They got
No
food,
YNs.
drinks,
No
and a
YNs.
live band occasionally. They're open Thursdays and Fridays from 4 to 11. You can come and eat and drink and hang out. Saturdays and Sundays is from 11 to 11, where they have brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. So come in, get some good eats. Get
hungry as
some
well
drinks
right
in you again.
Ambiance, the scenery, everything is live.
It's
It's
immaculate
nice.
in here. www.truthrock.com is the website. The IG is truth_rock, ROC. And then the Facebook is truth_rock. That rock is ROC. And you can reach them at 585-880-9462.
And as always, shout out to Ashford Films.
Ashford
My
Film,
boy,
yeah,
Big
yo,
K, Big
yo,
Kyron,
big
thank
thing.
you.
Kyron is
the
that
behind
guy.
the scenes support, the setup, everything my man does is top notch, A1, excellent. Shout out to my man Kyron, man. And if you don't know who he is, YouTube him dancing on the airplane
tarmac.
and the tarmac,
tarmac.
and he was at Steve Harvey teaching Steve Harvey how to do the dance too.
Yeah,
my boy's
yeah,
international
that's
with
that
it,
guy.
man. Yeah, that's my
Now
boy Kyron.
he making people podcasts come.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. We
Filming,
appreciate you.
photography, videography, everything. My boy does everything.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, we here.
Ooh, thank you for tuning in to Everything Under the Sun podcast. The sun is now set.